Protecting our borders has never been a more important security concern, but the people tasked with doing just that recently coming under fire, accused of using excessive force. Now, the agency's top performer is showing us new tools that may help protect agents, mounting cameras everywhere along the border, including on agents themselves. ABC's senior national correspondent Jim Avila gives us a rare look inside Border Patrol training.
Stay there! Everybody get down!
You're watching the first videos ever seen outside of the government of a massive experiment by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection along America's borders.
¿Tienes papeles para estar en los Estados Unidos legalmente?
For the last year, Border Patrol agents have been testing different model body cameras.
Stop right there!
These cameras are the most controversial part of an 18-month retraining program for some 21,000 border agents, the largest federal agency to try them, after a series of excessive force complaints, incidents like the beating and tasing of Anastasio Hernandez Rojas, caught on cell phone video, as he collapsed and died while resisting deportation along the border in San Diego. The Department of Justice ruled the agents broke no laws and they did not prosecute. But not in this case.
Era muy obediente, nunca decía no. Siempre era muy preguntón.
16-year-old Jose Rodriguez, a Mexican citizen, shot 8 times in the shadow of the border fence that divides Nogales, Arizona from Nogales, Mexico. The Border Patrol claimed he was throwing rocks at the agents. Our sister network, Fusion, unearthed a witness who claims the boy was not involved in the rock throwing, but instead was an innocent victim. Jose Carlos told Fusion he saw 2 shots from 2 different places and that no one from the U.S. government ever came to interview him.
Seguro que viste tiros de dos locales diferentes.
Yo estaba aquí y de ahí se miraba más abajito que yo.
Last month, a grand jury indicted the agent involved on murder charges. His trial is scheduled for January, and he has pled not guilty. The Southern Border Communities Coalition, a watchdog group, claims 40 other deaths due to excessive force by the Border Patrol since 2010.
The amount of scrutiny, the amount of attention, and frankly, the lack of being able to work with the public as a result of that increased suspicion that the agents are involved in excessive force.
Reform Commissioner Gil Kurlikowski says the shootings, all before his time on the job, have harmed his agency's credibility with the community. He thinks cameras will vindicate the majority of his agents and hold accountable the overly aggressive.
We've had almost 400 assaults on Border Patrol agents, and of course almost every single one of those is in the southwest border.
The body cams, how will they help your agents in violent situations, do you believe?
So most of the experience with body-worn cameras in law enforcement has been that it has actually exonerated an agent or an officer because it's one additional piece of evidence about what occurred.
The United States today spends more money on border control than ever before. More agents, more technology, and more weapons. $18 billion a year. 8,700 cameras watching the wall, watching the ports of entry. And from helium balloons, the terrain, and soon cameras on the agents themselves at a cost of tens of millions of dollars.
There was 5. Let them know there was one more. That was a total of 5. Yeah.
I think in the long run, with more cameras, we'll prove that over and over again, these agents treat people the way I've seen them treat people, in a very humane way. We've had a relentless focus on tactics, on new policy, on equipment, on training, and the body-worn cameras will just be a part of that.
Like this state-of-the-art simulator at a training facility in West Virginia.
You ready?
Yep. Where I experienced firsthand how the scenarios can quickly get out of hand.
This is a Colt M4.
Well, this is what you guys use?
Yeah, this is actually one of the weapons that we use, and this is no different than any weapon that you might find in the field, other than it's been converted over with the laser kit.
First, I'm confronted with a tragic movie theater active shooter scene. It requires quick response and snap life and death judgments. In all, I managed to mistakenly shoot 3 civilians.
Oh, I just shot somebody bad.
Be shot at least twice myself before finally bringing down the gunman.
Even though this might be a once-in-a-career experience, the more that we can expose them to these kinds of things, the better for us. And, frankly, the better for the public.
The next scenario was much more akin to the everyday work of a Border Patrol agent. I'm given a rock to hide behind, an attempt and arrest of smugglers at the border.
Border Patrol doesn't hide, so we would look at it as cover, right?
Okay.
It's cover.
I would hide and run. You would duck and cover.
Fair enough, all right.
Border Patrol agents trained with a less than lethal taser.
Taser. Taser, taser, taser.
What did you feel your body do?
Just no control. It tensed up, and there we go. If it ever comes down to an encounter where I'm defending myself, I'm gonna use it. I know what the effects are.
Agents are also getting a new arsenal of less than lethal weapons.
Our field commanders determine what tool best works in their AOR.
Like a wide variety of non-lethal bullets, pepper sprays, chemical sprays.
We'll launch a bunch of projectiles either at the ground, on the infrastructure. If he's on top of a fence, maybe getting ready to throw rocks at an agent, we can hit the top of the fence with the pepper balls, and what it does is disperse that pepper powder in the air. So he makes him cough, makes him stop what he's doing, get off the fence, get back from what he's doing.
In the past, agents often responded to rocks with guns, leading to fatalities and lawsuits. For Jose Rodriguez's mom, she says another tool that could change behavior would be to punish the man who killed her son and now awaits trial.
Yo quiero verlo sentenciado a cárcel para que no vuelvan a hacerlo.
Life and death on the American frontier, and the man in charge who hopes new technology will make a difference. For Nightline, I'm Jim Avila in McAllen, Texas.